Hey Penn, this is Shane. I don't know if you remember, but we actually met briefly at the Amazing Meeting a few years ago. Mo introduced us, and I haven't been back in a couple of years, but I'm set to come back at the one this summer in June, which to me is summer. I live in North Carolina, so if it's that hot, it's summer. But I want to talk just a brief comment about what you were saying about the violence on TV, and I agree with what you're saying, but I wanted to relate something that really kind of solidified it in my mind when I read this. It was from Joe Straczynski, who's a writer and a television producer. He made the series Babylon 5, and he also made a sadly short-lived series on Showtime called Jeremiah, and he's done a lot of other stuff too. And when he's talked about this issue of violence on TV and violence in video games, whenever they go and they talk about that, if kids see violence, it's going to make them violent. Whenever they see it in the movies or on TV or on video games. And what he says, I'll never forget, it's just the perfect little soundbite for this. He says, they're not attacking the problem, they're attacking the picture of the problem. And the first time I read where he had written that, I immediately thought of this painting by Magritte. It's a fairly famous painting, probably one of the most famous he's done, next to the Son of Man. It's the one where he drew a pipe, and underneath it he wrote, "This is not a pipe." It was in French. He was Belgian. But if you translate it into English, it's "This is not a pipe." And he had some others. I think he had "This is not an apple," and then some others, but the pipe one is the most famous. And you show that to people and they go, "What? Huh? No, that's a pipe. That's a pipe. You can see his pipe." No, it's not a pipe. It's a picture of a pipe. So what I think people should do in their minds when they see any violent acts on TV or video games or wherever, they should, in their mind, put some little words underneath it in the cursive French writing that says, "This is not violence." Because it's not. I mean, unless you're watching a documentary or the news or something like that, and even then you should probably be skeptical. But, if you're just watching a movie or whatever, and there's some violent actions depicted in there, just, in your mind right below it, "This is not violence."